Scorpio, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Honey buns, my cutie patootie, looking all this so goosh. Today I'm going to be doing your reading from January 12th to the 18th. And this is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, dear Scorpio, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify your main challenge and get some final advice for you. Scorpion, let's see what's going on for you. Let's just fix this microphone, you know what I'm saying? And see what is it that you need to know. Oh, nice, thick, juicy Ace of Wands. So your challenge, dear Scorpio, is the Temperance. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Wands. Scorpio, your challenge here has a lot to do with the Temperance energy, and this is about patience. Tell me about that, right? You have been patient about a specific situation for quite some time already. There is something here about wanting to make peace. And this is something that I feel like is related to one of your very recent readings that I did. It was about a peace. Somebody here wants to make peace with you. We're going to clarify this and we're going to see why this is your challenge. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius, Leo. I'm getting Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. There you go. Any of these signs. Now, in the recent past, you have the Ten of Wands, the Chariot, and the Six of Wands. So Scorpio, in the recent past, I feel like that something here became extremely heavy. Something here was not allowing you and this person to move forward. It could have been other external factors, past situations, past people, baggages, trauma. For many of you, either you are a public figure or you were dealing with a public figure, okay, with the Six of Wands and the Chariot. Something here became extremely heavy and it really affected your productivity. Okay, we're going to find out more about this. Now, in the present moment, you have the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Empress. You could be dealing with the Taurus. Many of you are going back and forth in your mind. There is an important decision here that some of you are making. Whether you're either going to walk away from this person or you're going to go back to them. You're still, kind of between worlds. You really haven't given up on this person. And this is something we're going to find out more. Now, in the near future, you have the Judgment, the Ace of Wands, and the Five of Wands. In the near future, there is going to be a conflict resolution, Scorpio. The Judgment here is the card for you in tarot. And a lot of you Scorpios, even though you may be perceived to be a very intense water sign, you do really like peace. You do really like equality. I think that it's just that when people misunderstand you or they step on your toes and they try to, play dumb, that they haven't done anything wrong to you, that's when it becomes very irritating. So for many of you in the near future, I see here a conflict resolution coming through. I see here a situation here being resolved. For a lot of you, you could be dealing with a person maybe that comes from a different cultural backgrounds. That doesn't have to be the case. But I see here some sort of an offer coming towards your way. And this could be leading to something more, a situation where you could find yourself being committed to. You have the Eight of Wands. There is messages coming in towards your way. There is commitment, and this commitment is going to come towards you from a person who still has been stuck on you. This person, they're stuck. They have not been able to move on from you, Scorpio. With the Four of Cups, they have options. They maybe even have received some sort of an offer from another person, but they're wanting to see if things can work out with you. Okay, it's like a push and pull situation here. Now, let's get into your reading, dear Scorpio, and let's clarify your challenge. So the Temperance, dear Scorpio, is clarified by the Two of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Wands, and the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So whoever this person is, Scorpio, they want to heal things with you. As I said earlier, like I mentioned before, there is a very strong chemistry and a bond between you and this person with the Two of Cups. Indeed, there is a very strong love connection between you and them, sexual energy. When you look at the Two of Cups, that caduceus, that entity that's up there, that energy, right? That is talking about strong sexual union between you and them. You have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. This person wants to put the past behind them and they want to move towards you and heal things with you. That is what I'm seeing. And let's talk about this heartbreak here for a second. This is your challenge because I think this has a lot to do with someone here is very hurt and they want to make an offer. Look at that, Scorpio. Okay, so there is the Ace of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles and the Sun. Could be a Leo. This person wants to work things out with you. They do really see a potential with you in the near future. And we're not going to sit here and pretend that this person did not act very selfishly in the past, okay? Now, for many of you, this could be a challenge because, you know, you may say, I'm just moving on, 2026, this is a new me, new who this. But for a lot of you, you could say, well, no, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity and I really want to work things out with this person. So your challenge here has a lot to do when this person comes towards you. How do you guys leave the past behind you? Because something here with the Ten of Wands, it's showing up again. This is maybe a cycle that has happened many times, too many times, push and pull type of a situation, you know, games and tricks and things like that. So the Ten of Wands in the recent past, dear Scorpio, let's clarify that. The Ten of Wands is clarified by the Fool, the Tower, and the Moon. So Scorpio, honey buns, as soon as you and this person started over together, you wanted to have a brand new beginning, it came down, it crumbled back again pretty fast. Okay, something here came to an end. As soon as it started, as soon as things were going to go great, things were going to be great between you and this person, it came to an end. And one of the reasons why it came to an end, because things maybe were concealed or hidden from you. And you know, you have a very strong intuition. Okay, you have the Moon here. Something here was bothering you and causing you to have some sort of an anxiety. You just didn't really feel like, you didn't really fully understand why did this situation end that way? Why did this person behave that way? And every time this push and pull game, this constant on and off and back and forth, starting over again, right? The Fool is the first card in tarot. So, and ending things, it was just becoming tiring. So the Chariot in the recent past is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Judgment. Some of you felt like, and the Temperance at the bottom of the deck, some of you felt like that, dear Scorpio, you and this person, you did want to commit to them and they wanted to commit to you as well. But there is a behavioral pattern. Somebody here kept hiding things from you and you felt like maybe that one of you guys were like feeling that it's either you or them were giving way too much and receiving very little. Like a lack of reciprocation, you know what I'm saying? And maybe breadcrumbing was one of those things that happened between you and this person, and that was not, you know, a nice feeling. You have the Six of Wands. So for many of you, you might have chosen to go after your career, to pursue the things that you want to do, and so did this person. I'm also getting something about a body of water. You might have met this person at the body of water near an ocean or a sea. Six of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. For a lot of you, you waited for an apology or a confession to happen. And because it didn't happen, you chose to walk away. You chose to disconnect. Because, you know, how long were you going to feel trapped? How long were you going to be in this place of uncertainty? So there was a delayed apology that did not take place, that didn't happen. And it did kind of really make you feel very disappointed. And you had to walk away from this situation. You had to walk away from whatever was happening, because I feel like you felt that this person, they had the potential to give you what you truly were seeking in a relationship, but something was holding them back. It could have been a family member, it could have been an ex, it could have been something from the past. And maybe for some of you, there was something that was also interfering in your life that was not allowing you to be in a full relationship with this person. You know, life circumstances. The Eight of Cups in the present moment is clarified by the King of Swords, King of Wands, and the World. And you have the King and you have the Queen of Swords. So for many of you, Scorpio, I feel like there has to be what really is going to happen in the present moment is there's going to be a face-to-face conversation, because there is something here about deciding whether to let go of each other completely and just move on, because things are very much up still in the air. And that's why you have been very patient and you're asking yourself, how long am I going to be patient with the Temperance energy? Because the Temperance here, right, it means just patience and self-control. So for a lot of you, you're having a hard time to walk away from this person. You're constantly going back and forth and questioning, and you definitely have seen a lot of signs and synchronicities which confirm the fact that you don't want to leave this person. You still believe that there is going to be an opportunity to talk to them face to face. Before you would close off a chapter, before you would say, you know what, I'm just going to move on. I don't want to deal with this situation anymore, okay? Now, there is a decision here that's being made with the Two of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Two of Pentacles for you. So the Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Devil. And the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So for a lot of you, I think that you do want to have a brand new beginning with this person, but you know, I'm always going to keep it very real. Something here is toxic. Something here is interfering into this relationship. You know, with the Devil, this third party, Scorpio, I always respectfully mention this. It could mean like a person, an ex, it could mean a family member, it could be a life circumstance, right? That's maybe crippling this person from coming towards you. And, you know, a lot of you also have things going on in your life as well. So from time to time, you find yourself being stressed out about this situation. If there is actually going to be a brand new beginning with this person or not, that's like one of your biggest things here. And you kind of go back and forth. This person also seems to be going back and forth in their mind. How is this situation going to work out? How both of you are going to be able to move forward? So let's clarify the Empress for you in the present moment. Many of you, you could be either a single mother or this person could be a single parent, vice versa. But there is something here about your energy, Scorpio. You do want to take care of this person and nurture them. This is something that came out for Cancer as well. I think this is very descriptive for water signs, okay? So the Empress is clarified by the Chariot, Cancer energy, the Nine of Wands, and the Three of Cups. You know that you would want to reconcile with this person and reunite. You even have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. You're also manifesting and setting an intention to manifest this relationship to work out. Best case scenario, you know, there is reconciliation that's on your mind, okay? And you have the Nine of Wands, which is the wounded soldier. You know, honestly, I feel like this person that you are dealing with, Scorpio, this is somebody that you know they have a lot of wounds. And this comes from their previous marriages or relationships. That's what my intuition is telling me. This is someone that's been very much abused in their previous relationships. And I'm not like making any excuses, but that's what I'm strongly getting. Because you're showing up as being the Empress, you want to nurture this person. You want to take care of this person, but I will always mention that we're not here to save other people. We are here to set an example and maybe give them the tools like the Hermit, hold the lantern and let them know what's up and how they can heal. But we're not here to try to fix other people. Okay, so definitely a lot of circumstances from the external, from the outside that are influencing, you know, and kind of preventing from this reconciliation happening. Now, in the near future, Scorpio, Scorpion, Judgment. There is a decision that needs to be made. This is a Scorpio card right here, clarified by the King of Cups, that's you. This is a card of the Scorpio. So King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Swords. And the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aries. Now, in the near future, for many of you, this Three of Cups came out back again. If you remember, this was at the bottom of the deck. And a lot of you are wanting to really understand if this person wants to apologize and they want to heal things with you, and they are coming in towards you with that kind of an energy. Are they really being honest? Are they really wanting to heal things with me? Or this is just maybe, you know, a trap, or maybe this is just momentary thing? Because you are aware that this person had or used to have the tendency of kind of being a little bit self-absorbed or focused on themselves, okay? This is somebody that maybe is very popular or famous, or this person, they do have some sort of a characteristics, either physical or either internal, that really gravitates you towards them. And you just want to know if this is something that's really worth giving another chance or not. And one of your reservations that you have when it comes to this person is you want to avoid a potential conflict that may take place between you and them with the Five of Wands. Okay, there is a lot of heated arguments that might have happened with this person, and especially if this is a fire sign. throwing shit up in the air. Now, the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Lovers, Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. And you have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So for many of you, this has a lot to do with resolving things and working things around when it comes to trust issues. Now, this thick, juicy Ace of Wands, which is number one of my favorites here in Minor Arcana, this is about the Lovers, okay? Relationship here that needs to be built around independence, you independent, you becoming your own independent boss. I believe that you are already, and they becoming independent on their own. There is something here of this, there is something about this person, them needing to be on their own. And there could be a third-party situation, third-party person that maybe tries to take their money away or try to influence them. That's what I'm intuitively picking up on. Nonetheless, there is going to be an opportunity for you and this person to come out of this situation very victoriously and overcoming these obstacles that happen in the past and heal things. Now, you want to make sure that you and this person do not fall back into the same patterns when it comes to conversation style, when it comes to arguing things, arguing or arguments and misunderstanding and trust issues. So there is an unfinished business that's finally going to come to an end and, be put to an end. Clarified by the Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Justice. Can't make this up. Justina, so we got Libra energy here, the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords. For many of you, I do know, as the North Node in Scorpio, I know what it means when people try to lie to you or not be honest, whatever the situation here is, or the sense of betrayal. For a lot of you, there is going to be an apology, and I feel like that with the Justice here, there is this strong sense of bringing things into balance. It's also about karma. It's also someone here who is realizing that if they don't change, if they don't make the necessary changes when it comes to commitment to you, being honest with you, then the consequences is going to be of you walking away. Because in the present moment, remember I said this very earlier, for you with the Eight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, you are still going back and forth, but it's not going to take you too long, Scorpio, to make up that mind of yours, to decide if you should really disconnect from this person or not. There is a lot of love and there is a desire here for healing things with you, and this is going to require for both of you to really be able to see this situation from a completely different perspective, and you do have communication coming in. Like I said, this person is keeping their only option on you. They believe that you are the one they would want to be with. Now, but this is going to be a long process with the patience here, because there has been way too many times of you and this person trying to go back and forth and work things out, okay? But 2026, new year, new me, who dis, so new energy. What is the advice? Scorpio, let's get the advice for you. So you have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You need to stop overthinking. Everything is going to work out just fine. You have the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. I feel like that you and this person do really have the potential to work things out together slowly but surely. It's not going to be right away. Knight of Pentacles, that's the slowest moving knight. Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So there is definitely an energy here about healing things and wanting to work through some sort of hurdles here that happened in the past. And this has a lot to do with breaking the no contact situation also and healing things. And it's like almost teaching a hurt child, someone's inner child that's been hurt, that's been avoidant, teaching them how to love again, teaching them how to trust again. That's, I think, what your role here is going to be. And your challenge is the Temperance, which is about patience. I'm not saying here you're going to be parenting them, but your role is very significant in this person's life. Scorpio, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.